Oh shit, brand new Resident Evil trailer just dropped. Let's check this shit out. Ooh, that's good.
Some of you will remember a similar management system in Resident Evil 4.
Oh, they're bringing that back?
I've been waiting for you, Mr. Winters.
Man blood.
Hey, can I borrow? What the fuck? This dude's watching porn!
Hey boys,
It's not what it looks like. I swear to God, fucking click off that shit. I don't want to put me up against the wall. Then what the fuck is this? Shit.
Resident Evil 8, or Village as they seem to want to call it, is looking like it's going to shape up to be another very, very solid entry in the Resident Evil series. I mean, for crying out loud, we're in first person again, we got a cool and creepy castle setting, we got some hot-ass villains. I mean, it's literally all the shit you need for a good, perfect Resident Evil game. There's obviously a lot of good in this trailer, and as a big fan of the franchise, I'm sure I'm gonna love it either way. I even made myself pretend that I loved Resident Evil 6 back in 2012. But seriously, I think the game looks great so far, and I think it has everything that a Resident Evil game needs, from just what I can see in the trailers. But why am I worried? Let me show you something real quick. Now this is a map. Now this is a fucking line. My biggest worry is about linearity, or the idea that the game might play out in a super linear fashion. I mean, for God's sake, they've brought back a merchant, weird money, and have a Resident Evil 4 style inventory, so I don't think I'm that far off to think that they may end up making it way more linear than, say, Resident Evil 7 or Resident Evil 2 Remake. Now, this isn't really a deal breaker in any way, I mean, fucking obviously, but I think the reason these recent games have felt like a very big return to the form for the franchise is that they just drop you in this like house or police station or whatever it is, and they say, figure it out, dummy. I don't know about you all, but it feels like they're just ticking boxes on the styles of the original games. You had Resident Evil 7, which felt a lot like Resident Evil 1. You know, you're in a mansion. That's about all I got. Then you have the remakes of 2 and 3, very obviously going for the design styles of Resident Evil 2 and 3. Yeah, no shit. And with all of the Resident Evil 4 DNA being thrown into this game, I don't think it's that unreasonable to think they may be taking cues from the level design of Resident Evil 4 in order to keep cashing in on that sweet, sweet nostalgia. And yeah, I know, they greenlit a Resident Evil 4 remake, but I mean, just look at these trailers.
Similar management system in Resident Evil 4. The merchant makes a return. Of course, it goes without saying that there'll be plenty of puzzles.
The second thing I'm a little less worried about, but obviously it's still a worry, which is like the characterization of some characters in this game. Actually, why was I worried about that?
Chris?
Oh yeah! I mean, Capcom really made a statement with their first trailer of this game including Chris Redfield murdering somebody. Not only that, but there seems to be a very bold character in place for this new merchant, the Duke. But honestly, he just looks a little goofy, and I don't know how well it'll fit into the game since the rest of the game seems to be a little bit more on the like dark and gritty side, and then this guy just seems to be a very jolly fat man. But I'm sure I'll learn to love him. The Resident Evil 4 merchant is a little goofy at times as well, but I think that's a big part of his charm. And even Ethan Winters isn't exactly immune to this. Ethan seems to have a much more present personality in these trailers. Now granted, that could be the entirety of his dialogue for the whole game, and we just don't know it yet. But it seems like they're trying to feed him a lot more of a personality in this game, and I really enjoyed Ethan being a pretty much silent protagonist who just kind of spoke what was on the player's mind.
What the fuck?
I mean, we were all thinking it. All this is to really say that Capcom is just making some very, very bold statements with their characters this time around, and it could either work out perfectly with no hitches whatsoever, or completely blow up in their face. I guess just to collect my scattered thoughts, I'm excited as hell for this game, and I'm sure it'll be a smash hit, but there are some things that I think could drag it down from being one of the best Resident Evil games of all time. But no matter what, I don't think they could possibly do any worse than Resident Evil 6, right? Right?